Part 4. So like I said, I flipped it. I started being grateful about all the very things that I was complaining about. Because I was at a high vibration, my approach was different. I was like, let me see what happens if I just go the total opposite direction, which is gratitude. It was like the fence that needed. I'm so glad that this fence has provided like a barrier between like the little dirt kind of tree garden area and my pooches, my dogs. They don't get in there. They get all dusty and stuff. That's so cool. I'm grateful that I've realized that I've neglected this fence and now I get to fix it. It's gonna look so nice once I do. Flipped it to the squeaky door, the door that was hanging a little bit, and it's like, okay, you know what, this time I fixed it before, but this time I'm gonna just either I need to change a bracket, add a bracket. I'm gonna do something to where it's not a half type of fixing anymore. It's gonna be a 100% fixing. It'll be once and for all. And I'm grateful that I was able to elevate my attitude and not approach this in a whiny, complaining, oh, there it goes sagging again. Like, no, it's just, it did what it did. It lasted a whole year. It's time to fix it. This time I'm gonna fix it. Even if I have to take it down for a little bit and really reinforce what I need to reinforce and reinstall it just so it doesn't sag again. Like, all 3 things are like 4 things. The fact that I didn't have time to do any of those right then and there. And I was like, man, I'm so grateful that I have a project that I'm working on right now, and I'm checking off that box. It's gonna look so nice. It's gonna be perfect. It's gonna end up perfect. It's gonna come out real good. And I'm glad that I have something lined up to do afterwards. As the weather gets nicer, perfect timing. Spring's on the horizon. Same things, different attitude. That's it. The same things, but a different attitude. And because I know for a fact, because I took myself from a low vibration, a low frequency, a low attitude to a high attitude, and I was walking up and down, going back to my workplace, the work area where I was working at, and I had beat that low attitude and put myself in a high attitude. I finished what I was gonna do for the day, found my stopping point, and was like, okay, if I could get this done, beat the rain, I'm good to go, and then do this as a temporary till the rain passes. Done. And then it had a download. It popped up. I go, let's go get to that door. Like, we got time. We finished here. There's still some sunlight. I know exactly how I'm gonna fix the door. While I was working, the path illuminated of what I could do to fix the door permanently. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So I got my drill, I got my tools, the hardware that I needed, went over there, jammed it, did what I needed to do, reinforced the door, the screws, the brackets, boom, 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 you know. A little bit of impact here, impact there, bam. Less than like 7 minutes. I was putting my socket set away, my drill, my screwdriver. And I just had this grin of, like, it worked again. Not that I doubt it. Not that I don't think it's going to work. Of course it's going to work. There's no doubt that having a good attitude works. It's just, it's impressive. It's amazing. It's really like a game changer. I mean, and you reflect a little bit. I started reflecting afterwards. It's like, okay, imagine if I would have went to go talk shit about everything that I was feeling to the fam. Like, you know, you guys haven't done this, you haven't made this, there's bags here, there's trash there, blah. But I didn't do none of that foolishness. I kept it 100, put my attitude at 100, got those things lined up. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna do. I may even just change the fence completely, change it to something that look nicer. I was even putting up a cool little idea to kind of make a little shady area right there where the dogs have their little potty area. I fixed the hanging door, dialed in, I closed it, beasted up just by changing my attitude, having the responsibility to keep my attitude high, especially when I straight up noticed that it was low. Then we have today. That just triggered that. I remember that from yesterday. I was starting the series, day in the life of, I'm thinking about doing like 2 in a day, like maybe 1 in the middle of the day, then maybe 1 in the evening when I'm wrapping up my day. It kind of just take you through my day of stuff that happened, stuff that I overcame, stuff that I battled through, stuff that I maybe found a little challenging. Because that's my main thing is really my journey of becoming the version of me that I would respect and admire. I started about 1.5 years ago. I really discovered a few things by starting. Like 6 months into it, because I kind of just dabbled in it at the beginning, and then 6 months into it, I saw how much progress I made. Then I was like, okay, now I'm in it to win it. Let's go. Let's start doing this whole self-development thing. But I just noticed that it's, in order to make it attractive, you have to, you can't just say the word self-development. It's like, oh yeah, let's talk about it. It's like, it doesn't sound cool. It's cool factor of just the word isn't. It's like, what if everybody, at least to create the curiosity, you kind of got to see well, what do I get out of it? What do you got? What shiny objects? Because we're so used to chasing the shiny objects, right? So if I could walk you through the journey, if I could share a little bit more of my journey, maybe you'll kind of see and find relatability in kind of my day-to-day stuff, just like regular day-to-day stuff, like my thoughts. I'm telling you about how I was thinking yesterday. I think it was just a good starting point just to get it going. And really what kind of triggered that was today, just a couple of hours ago, the same thing happened. But in this case, I wasn't even looking at anything. I was driving down the street and I started I started first. I was doing a little shopping, and something reminded me about man, that's not getting done the way I want it to get done. That's messed up. I was like, no, I'm not. For real, I'm not being a victim. But that's not cool. That's going on like that. I tolerate a lot. I do this, but that's not cool. And I know I'm not being a victim, right? But I just wanna talk about it. I just wanna think about it a little bit, just to see wow, Gary, that's not cool, and how that's going and that's taking place. But what are you gonna do? Straight victim mindset shit, by the way. I truly was being self-victimizing, but it was all thought. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just keep on doing my thing. Don't think about it too much. Finish my shopping. That already should have told me that I was having what? Low thoughts. That means my vibe was low. Therefore, here comes the thoughts. Before I started feeling some type of way, I shook it off and got distracted with what I was doing. Just, while I was shopping therapy. So then I got in my car and I was driving down the street. And then just out of nowhere, I didn't look for it. I was like, what was I thinking about? No, I wasn't doing none of that. It just all of a sudden, bam, popped up again in my head. And I was like, man, started feeling frustrated, angry, upset, whatever you want to call it. It's all low vibe stuff, all of them. Pick your one that you want. It's all self-victimizing because no one else was around. I was doing all this shit to myself. And I was just, and then I started just feeling, the talking to myself and how messed up it was. And then I couldn't really do any poor actions per se, which I was already, because I was entertaining the thoughts and talking about it. Now I'm verbalizing it. So now the most powerful thing is thoughts. I'm actually talking about it out loud on how messed up it was, and how, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna talk about it, or I'm gonna stop doing this, and just almost like a payback, revenge. Come on, really? I'm gonna go talk a little smack about it, whatever. What are you doing? I didn't think that at the time. At the time I was on one. I was like, wait a minute. There you go. This came from what I was thinking about at the store. I was like, okay, it stops right here. Remember, it's self-developing. It's not someone else developed me. I have to do it. It's my responsibility to stay at a high vibration all day long. That's the number one priority. Everything else will just follow. Good thoughts, good feelings, good actions. Or poor thoughts. poor feelings, poor action. So as long as you keep your vibration high, everything else, and it sounds easy, because it is, it's simple. It's just not that easy. Why? Because you have old habits that keep on coming to try to mess things up. What were my old habits? My thoughts of thinking about shit that I didn't like, that it wasn't going my way, because I was entitled. So then I was like, no, stop, forget this. Even adjusted myself. I was driving, adjusted myself, turned up the AC a little bit, looked around. Second best way, no, not even second. Just as good of a way to raise your vibration as exercise. For me, push-ups, leg lifts, quick walks, burpees. But when you can't do that, because you're driving, gratitude. Gratitude. Super high vibration. I start being grateful for, and not just like grateful for the things I have, just physical things that I have. I start with the most, just like, I'm able to be here. I'm existing. I've been existing for almost 5 decades. I've been to be able to experience this life with all this greatness that's currently here. This will never happen again. With me anyways. In this exact same chunk of meat that I'm in. That's so cool. I mean, I'm glad I learned about this. I'm glad I'm learning about self-development. I'm glad I'm already making so much progress in a year and a half. This is the fact that I have the tools, the fact that I stopped that poor action that was happening just a few minutes ago. All that gratitude is just as powerful as the push-ups. Not as fun, but when necessary, you got to do it. I did it. Immediately raised my vibration. I was like, what was I thinking? Yeah, I felt so good. Why? Because I had the discipline to raise my vibration. That takes discipline. Not anybody could do it. It's better to stay in that angry state. Makes you feel tough, makes you feel powerful. But instead, I found something to be grateful for within the issue that I was bitching and whining about. I'm glad they're like that. I'm glad they're like that. I'm glad they put me to the test. I'm glad I'm able to find something. I'm grateful that they're in my life and that they're allowing me to have this test opportunity. And I just passed it. And immediately you feel that confidence, that gift of confidence, because you worked on discipline. I'm not going to be, matter of fact, I'm not going to, like, don't think about it. Don't think about it so you're not mad at it. No, I'm going to be grateful about it. I'm going to find greatness in that issue, in that challenge. Now, are they treating you like they're treating you some type of way? Good. I'm grateful that they're treating me that way. I'm grateful that they're treating me that way, and that I'm going to have such a great attitude, such a high attitude, that it's not going to affect me. I win what? It's a feeling of, damn, I got this. You can't beat me. Even whether you're doing it on purpose, whether you're doing it unconsciously, the only person that I'm allowing to hurt me is me, by having those low thoughts, which come with low feelings, and here comes the low actions. In this case, I stopped them. I was like, no, you can't fuck with me. You cannot hurt me. Whatever anyone is doing to me, it's not to me. They're doing it for me. It's an opportunity to what? The opportunity to raise my frequency, to raise my vibe, to raise my attitude, and say, it's not, I'm actually thankful that you're doing it, because watch how I don't let it hurt me. Watch how I don't let it affect me. Watch how I'm thankful that you're doing it for me. So, hey, thanks for putting together this test. I passed it. Veil opens. I win. I light up my next, the path lights up in front of me on what I need to do next. Hey, record a day in the life of someone, self-development journey videos. And if they get cut off, just do a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. That idea probably came up because I beat that test. I won that test. I passed that test with flying colors. Now I upload the series. Now I got this idea of making these videos. Now I got this video. I want to talk about, I actually can't wait already. I'm getting the chills, kind of excited here that I get to do another one of these tonight. Maybe I'll be doing multiple ones of them a day. And I'll do them like this in parts. Part 1, part 2, part 3. They'll have the exact same title. They'll be right next to each other on my channel. Because I'll load them in that order. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll still be able to be out here, do my thing without affecting anything. I almost gotta go. So sometimes these thoughts, they'll carry over and they'll try to creep up. They're just tests. Don't trip. Don't let it. Just because you remember doesn't mean it's supposed to piss you off. I know it sounds weird. It sounds tough, but I'll tell you, it's such a good feeling to beat these tests, to pass these tests. And it's not like I think I passed it. No, hell no. It's up for sure I passed it. Something that was getting you so pissed off and so upset and so fuck that shit that you just turned around and said, I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful that it happened to me. I'm grateful that it happened for me. All it is a test. Let me pass this bitch real quick. By what? By being thankful that I get to take it. I'm grateful it's making me better. Watch how it doesn't affect me because I know it's happening for me. Appreciate all this taking place. What? So it doesn't go my way. Perfect. I'm glad it's not going my way. And I'm going to be grateful about it. I'm going to have good attitude about it. And it's going to happen the way I want it anyways later and better. A different idea, a different blessing. Because I passed that test of not letting something happen to me, but happen for me. And all it was, if you think about it, the whole idea of the what I wanted to share is, do you realize there was no other characters in the story? It was me and my thoughts. When I was at the pad, working at the pad, and I saw something, one character, me. I started feeling some type of way. I started getting upset because no one else was doing stuff. It was messy. Somebody else could have done it. They could have brought it up. They could have at least, scooted this over here, swept this over here. Still, one character in that story. Fixed it, passed it, got the door done. Already have it in line on what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna look real nice. It's gonna be beasted up. It's gonna look fire. The whole fence thing that I'm thinking about, still, you don't hear me. I was talking to this person, or I was talking to that guy, or I was talking to this girl, I was talking to nobody. Me. The thoughts I was having earlier today, shopping, solo mission. In the car when I started getting all grumpy and whiny and frustrated and me, one person. And then I solved it and I was like, yeah, cool. And I got this dope ass idea about making these videos. A day in the life, someone bettering their life. Day in the life of I don't know what I'm gonna title it yet. I think all of them. Day in the life of someone in self-development, using self-development to improve his life. Maybe the date, I don't know. Man, that'll distinguish it. That'll put it in a series if I put it in dates. What are we in right now? January 27th? I even lost my train of thought there a little bit. Sorry. It's oh yeah, the characters. It was just me. In the car, it was just me. Still right now, it's just me and the camera, and I'm sharing it with somebody out there who wants to hear it. But it's most, if not all of, no, it's not all the time. Most of the time, it's just you. It's you that you allow yourself to feel some type of way. Even if there's someone else, even if there's another character in the picture. Nah, that dude came and started talking to me and started talking shit, and he was trying to promote one of his things on me, and I was just in the front yard, and he started offending me, and it started making me feel. Even there, it's not the other person. It's you. Other than physical, it's just you. It's you filtering it some type of way where you're letting it affect you some type of way. It's resonating with you. You're offended. And that's all victim mindset. That's all. It's happening to you. And because it's happening to you, you feel some type of way. If it's happening for you, you'll know that it doesn't affect you. And you can make a different choice. I'm not going to let it feel that way. I'm not going to let it make me feel that way. You're in control of the way you feel. Just like I was in control today on the way I felt. I was feeling shitty. I was in control of that. I was allowing that to happen. I could have dug in deeper. Yeah, it is really messed up, huh? Let's go. Feel crappier and crappier and crappier and crappier and crappier. By the time I got home, I'd bring that all that back home with me. But instead, I was disciplined enough because of all the push-ups I've been doing, because of the dieting I've been doing for a year and a half, because every day, multiple times a day, at least 2 times a day, I exercise for the discipline. I was able to reach into my discipline belt and say, let's use some of it now. Boom. And it worked. Discipline, the power of discipline, of being there, of saying, you know what, I'm going to build up this discipline so when I need it. It's been a tough couple weeks for me. I got a lot of sad stuff happening, you know, in our extended family, and it's like it weighs on you. So this is where all that discipline comes in. The discipline for what? To stay at a high vibration. To stay at a grateful vibration. Even during sad times, you stay grateful. It's tough. But what's the alternative? To have lack of faith? Or have a tremendous amount of faith? To have gratitude, love, and faith, or lack of gratitude, lack of love, and lack of faith? That's all based on discipline. You have to have the discipline to keep yourself at a high vibration, even when it's raining, even when it's uphill, even when it's really hot, even when it's heavy and thorny and has splinters, and you're bleeding and you're cut and you fall and you get back up and you fall and you get back up and you fall and you get back up and someone helps you for a little while. You still, you go harder. You go harder to keep that attitude high, to stay at a high vibration, to still have a great attitude, a grateful attitude, a loving attitude, and a faithful attitude. Because it's all on you. There's one character, and you have full control of that character. Everybody else, they take care of them, and they're, the whole scene is controlled by a higher power, whatever. But you have full control of you. The complete, full 100% control of you. You get to choose. Where does it start? Your thoughts. And even before that, what's before your thoughts? Remember that. What's before your thoughts? Your vibration, your frequency. That controls the second most powerful thing, which is your thoughts. Then comes your feelings, then comes your actions. I kept my thoughts under control twice in this video that I'm talking about here. Yesterday when I was walking up and down the side of the pad, and then today when I was at the store. There's 2 choices. I could have let them go down or pulled out some discipline and raised it up, changed it. And I got the idea for these videos. Let's see if anybody watches these. It's going to be, I think, 4, right? I had to go 4 times. Yeah, so 4-part video. I'm going to go. It's getting toasty. I hope you enjoy these. Like I said, a new series, Day in the Life of, I still don't know, personal development journey, maybe. My personal development journey. More likely it's going to be multiple of these clusters of video, or one video, or if I decide to edit them all together and turn them into one, maybe I'll have no interruptions and it'll just be one. We'll see where it goes, but I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, just like with all my videos, appreciate you guys watching. I hope they help. If it triggers you, if it inspires you, get to start self-developing yourself, get to start living on purpose. What's your purpose? To become the version of you that you would admire so you can help others do the same. Be that version of you that you'd be like, damn, that fool's dope. If this touched you, if this triggered you, if this kind of that curiosity is like, what does he mean by that? What is he doing? If you find relatability to me, I like this dude. I like to kick it with him. I like to talk with him. I got videos up every day, multiple of them a day. Let's kick it on the videos. Do it. It's your life will change. And it starts with changing your life in here. Nothing really changes on the outside, which is why the outside doesn't even, I can see why a lot of the times they'll say it doesn't even matter. It's how I feel here. If you start on the outside and you still have a shitty attitude inside, what's the point? It's like not taking a shower and changing. Feels different, but But if you start on the inside, it's like taking a shower and putting a fresh set of nice, clean clothes. New, for that matter. Everything new. You start working on the inside by changing your attitude, by changing your frequency, by becoming the version of you that you would respect and admire. Start working on yourself. Start being better. It's simple. It's simple. It doesn't take much to create momentum, and then your life starts changing right before your eyes. And think, oh, in a year it'll be crazy. Man, you'll start feeling different by the end of the day if you start today. Look through my videos. I drop gems all day long about my journey, and this is why I'm doing this series right here, to even be more in detail of what's happening on, like, first part of my day, second part of my day, third part of my day. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to do the other videos, like specific titles, how to this. how to stay at a high vibration. I'll still do those. I'm just thinking these is just a little bit more real time. What just happened, how I battled it out. I might be in the middle of something that I still haven't figured out, and maybe making the video will help me get through it. I'm just a regular dude living in Southern California who's on his journey of becoming better. If I want to go to, go to my oldest video. You'll see what I look like. A little bit more rounder, couple chins, couple necks, no abs. 45 pounds heavier, if not more. That's at a certain point. I started working on myself, and just life got a whole lot better. Everything around me still, for the most part, looks the same, but inside I don't feel the same. I feel 1,000% better. It feels great. I'll catch you on the next video. Like I was saying, let's kick it. Thanks for watching. If you got any questions, curiosities, like how do you do this, how do I do that, just drop them in the comments. Just I'll do my best to get at you and help you and answer any questions. Maybe I'll even make a video to answer the question, you know, if it's too much to write. I'm more of a talker than a writer. But don't hesitate, especially if it's causing curiosity and it's like, man, maybe I do want to try this. It's a lifestyle. Why wouldn't you want to better your lifestyle? I'll get at you on the next one. Peace.